I'm gonna critique Jake Paul's Puerto Rico mansion, so when you buy your mansion, you won't make the same mistakes. Let's go. All right, let's analyze the frontage. I like the fact that it has a private driveway. That's the difference between luxury and ultra luxury. Private driveways create anticipation, right? You get to set the mood for your guests, for your friends to come to your property. You set the mood before they even get to the front of the house. I don't like the fact that there's a lot of uneven geometric shapes going on. This is the definition of a white box. And I also don't like the fact that the first thing you see when you come up the driveway is not actually the house, it's the garage, and that's another negative. You would ideally want to come center, maybe take a turn, but once you take the turn, the property reveals itself and you see the front first, and then the garage is kind of tucked to the side.
It is time for an updated house tour. We put $2 million.
$2 million. Okay, this better be good. We're going to keep a track to see if he has actually spent $2 million on this renovation.
And now we'll reveal it to you. Surprise.
All right, let's talk about lot utilization. I really like the way this house sits on the lot. You have a lot of setbacks. That's important because it creates privacy. That's the difference, again, between luxury and ultra luxury. How comfortably the house sits and how far away it is from its borders, the property lines and neighbors. This property in particular has only 2 neighbors, which is, again, positive. Less neighbors, the better it is. Again, you have more privacy, less problems with borderlines with your neighbors, less headache, let's say, especially for Jake Paul that, you know, he could be a little rowdy.
Let's start off with the car collection. We redid this whole entire garage, and also we are the first ones to do the garden walls.
Okay, I mean, you could be the first person who puts a chandelier in a fish tank. It's not necessarily, you know, the right move. I consider garage to be, you know, more of a masculine place. I like to see cleaner cut, you know, minimalistic design, make the car stand out. You want the cars to be the showpieces, not the walls of the garage. But what I like about what he's done is putting car elevators to increase the amount of cars that you can actually park inside. This is important for beachfront properties. I mean, this one is not really beachfront, but it's very close to the beach, where you get that morning mist coming in, and that ruins your car all the time. Kind of gets wet and leaves the marks. So it's critical to have garage by the beach properties to store them so that mist doesn't get on the car. Otherwise, you're going to be spending all the time cleaning your cars.
All right, let's go inside. First and foremost, we'll come in through the front door.
All right, I like the secondary gate. Again, you're in Puerto Rico, security is often an issue. So having another gate separation is good. And I also like the fact that you're creating a little bit more anticipation to get to the front door. Not bad.
We have a koi pond at the 𝗕𝗏 now.
Okay, I like the koi pond, but I don't like the landscaping over here whatsoever. I feel like you should have decided to go with 1 or 2 type of plants and kept it consistent in the front, create a little bit of symmetry. To me, this just looks overgrown vegetation that you didn't even, you know, curate to create a particular vibe that would go with your koi pond.
All right, come on in. So the main thing that we changed in this house was the entrance. Before, there was glass right here.
Do you see that? He basically brought that little patio outside, inside. Great move. You will see why.
So when you walked into the house, it felt like you just got blocked. But now it's opened up and it's really changed this whole entire house.
I think this was a great move. You have plenty of outdoor spaces in this property. You have a humongous lot. In fact, one of the biggest lots in this community. But what you didn't have is a formal living room. You had this little foyer that would have never been used. By increasing the depth of this room, not just he created another living space, he increased the, you know, wow factor when you walk into the property, and he also bettered the connectivity of the property, the better flow, right? But what I hate about this picture is this stupid column that is painted brown, like so it will look like a, you know, tree branch. I mean, instead of putting fake plants in your garage, you should have done this a live wall. Put natural wood, real plants coming out of it, bring the outside inside. And that's even more important because, you know, you have this travertine floors and you don't have hardwood floors. This is Puerto Rico. You want to make it more tropical. You want to make it more interesting.
This is probably my favorite area of the house, just the art, furniture.
Do you see how much the flow has improved by including this section in? This whole area where this, you know, blue boat is, you can now enter from this space all the way to the other family room over here, and it's open to the kitchen. It's a modern house. You don't have to have partitions everywhere, right? This is where you can open up the layout, let spaces flow with each other, and then you can partition it with, you know, just like the decor he has by putting that boat there. So it's kind of, You can see it, but you know, it's not like completely connected to be one room.
Rug, my homie over here chilling. It just feels very, very luxurious. We got the 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗕𝗏 sculpture back here. We got the 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗕𝗏 painting over.
I just hate this column. I think it really cheaps the property.
Diamond dust painting at night, sparkling. We got the 𝗬𝗏𝗕𝗏𝗕 𝗵𝗏𝗕. Huge on energy. This is an amethyst.
Okay, if you're huge on energy, make the interior more earthy. You don't need to bring crystals in. And I'm really not impressed with the furniture whatsoever or the rugs. I mean, they're all very, very generic.
Come check out the fishes. So this is a 600-gallon saltwater tank from Infinity Aquarium Design.
It would have been funny if he actually had a chandelier here. It looks really dope. I mean, that's one of the most colorful, beautiful aquariums I've seen. It's really cool.
If you remember from the old house tour, this area was cut off and it really closed the house up. And Adi, who's my interior designer, Interiors by B Design Group, she absolutely crushed this. She came up with this idea so that it's open.
Okay. This is a great move. Again, he's made some really good decisions opening it up. But again, I would have really liked to seen much more natural wood used here and would have taken out from that white box feeling, right? How much would this cost? Another, like, you know, 20 grand to do this? I don't know if he's counting the art pieces he's bought in the 2 million, because certainly so far, I don't see anywhere close to 2 million spent on renovations.
Then on this side, we still have this TV and the projector that still drops down. So if we want to watch TV here, we still can.
Okay, this is a very depressing setup to me. The color gray, I'm not getting Puerto Rico vibes whatsoever. This is like Las Vegas, 100%.
So come on outside with me. Or you don't have to. I mean, okay.
All right, look at this area. By putting an art piece behind it, he's made it more inviting. When you put an art piece behind a swing like this, it gives it even more reason to be used. I think one of the most important elements in bigger homes is to give functionality to each space and not let, you know, each room or each outdoor patio to get lost.
Let's go to my room now. More paintings, more crystals. This one's sick. We got a little orange tint going on here. And then you come into the room and look who's waiting. Buddy.
Okay, I love the huge bed, but it looks so small for the room, right? If you were to put a huge bed like this, you got to consider your setbacks from each side. I think it went a little bit too big and it just makes the room look really small when it really isn't. I don't think it just works so well.
This whole room transformed. There was a wall here. We blew the wall out, got a giant bed.
I'm so glad he took that wall out. Great move. But look how unproportioned this bed is to the room. Look at the space between the walls. It's just, you know, it makes the room look like a, you know, 2-bedroom condo master bedroom. It's just way too small for the space.
This is the butterfly effect.
Black piece of art above your bed is not giving the greatest vibes to me, but again, it's his personal choice. Colors just don't match. The light pieces by the sides don't match. I'm not getting Puerto Rico tropical zen vibes whatsoever.
We decided to go with this custom woodworking here. I like the mirrors in rooms. It really makes everything feel more spacious.
Okay, this looks so cheap. I don't know, what is this, like, you know, tree branch wood color? Why don't you just show the actual wood? Why are you painting it brown? That actual texture and the color of natural wood is so much warmer, so much nicer.
You got the beautiful garden view with the new swinging chair, new patio furniture. During the day, this is really nice. The outdoor garden that connects to the outdoor shower.
I think outdoor showers are one of the best things in the world. I love them. I use my outdoor shower all the time.
So we made the bathtub vibe a little bit nicer.
Did you guys notice the difference? It looks the same. Maybe a couple art pieces and the towel warmer. It's the same look. I don't see the 2 million anywhere over here. Same generic material that a developer would use to just flip the property and sell it without really customizing it.
I wanted this house to like feel like a resort and spa and just be super, super peaceful. Just a place of health and wellness and feeling good on a daily basis.
You've opened up a couple walls, but you did not bring any natural elements. You could have brought a lot of natural wood inside. You could have brought some really cool indoor plants to give you that vibe. You could have changed the floors from travertine to natural wood to give that warmth. You could have used wood ceilings, right, to give that warmth. You didn't do any of that stuff.
We're gonna check out my favorite room, which is my office. We put in this whole wooden cabinet thing, and this is like one of the nicest views of the house.
I like the fact that he's given the separation between the first floor and second floor, where second floor is all the offices, everyone works together, and downstairs is mostly him and his, living spaces. Great choice. If you had ocean views from the second floors, which you don't, you could have had an excuse to put your primary bedroom upstairs, but you don't have that. Again, great to be on the lower level. So far, so good in that department.
This is where the vlogs are edited, the videos are edited, everyone working on a daily basis.
Dude, I'm jealous. This is a really cool setup. When you have editors and creative directors and the creator himself in one room working together, the quality of work doesn't 2x, it 10x's. It just gets so much better.
The only thing that we really changed in the kitchen was the breakfast table, chairs, chandelier. We put these little 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗏 things.
Okay, the kitchen is pretty small for the size of the house. And then again, the finishes, super low end. The developer has done the bare minimum to just say, okay, here's the square footage you wanted. This is the lot you wanted. Now you need to renovate everything to bring the property up to the caliber that one of the best lots in Puerto Rico and one of the best gated communities in Puerto Rico would, demand.
This is my favorite upgrade to the house, the hot tub, cold plunge, and fireplace.
Did you see that? I think that's money well spent. For how big this lot is, it really lacked a proper jacuzzi, cold plunge, fireplace. I could see probably him spending $400,000 again. Altogether so far as the cost of renovation, I will put him around maybe, $600,000, especially with, low cost of labor in Puerto Rico. I'm not seeing the $2 million at all. This section is his primary suite. Do you see how there's no second story above his actual section where he sleeps? So it's kind of like he has this 1-bedroom little condo over there, and he can kind of retreat to this section, and then he's surrounded by the backyard.
So over here, we're adding in a tortoise garden. I'm getting 20 tortoises for my homie.
Look, he has a lot of space to play around with, but I don't know about 20 tortoises. I would have gone with something more like sport oriented, maybe a sport court, sand volleyball, something more like, practical that you would actually use.
So we changed pretty much everything about this back movie theater area.
Bro, you didn't change anything. You just took the bar out. It looks exactly the same. He's basically just removed a bunch of stuff.
Y'all have seen the downstairs. Thinking about turning it into like this spa meditation room, so that should be cool.
Why would you put the spa meditation room in the basement? You have such a huge lot. Why to create an artificial spa moment under the ground when you have such an amazing backyard? I would have expanded on the primary area or just made the entire first floor a lot more, earthy vibes, right? Like you could just give the whole spa vibe to the first floor and make it a lot more welcoming, zen, and he's just not done that.
This place has turned into the most magical paradise, and it's just so beautiful back here. This place truly brings me so much happiness. It's been an amazing journey and transformation.
Okay, I didn't see anywhere close to $2 million spent on renovation. Maximum, I would say $600,000. He mostly removed stuff and, polished stuff around. The biggest project was the pool area. Now, if you want to remodel your property, you want to change the layout, you want to upgrade the finishes, you want to add square footage to the property, or you just want to design a brand new home, you can consult with me. Link is in the description. Now, if you want to see another really weird mansion that it's not doing the lot justice, click on this video. See you guys in the comments.